Who's the first person they call when they're ready to sell?
Ken May says he used to be ignored at the monthly mixers for local real estate agents and industry leaders. Now, everyone wants to hear him speak.
You thought of me.
And has questions.
What about California Fair Plan?
May owns an insurance brokerage firm in Carlsbad.
And if the insurance industry collapses in California, we're all screwed.
More and more insurance companies have stopped writing new policies. The most recent, Allstate and State Farm. The company sent a statement saying it was to protect current customers and that auto insurance was not affected. But when we spent time at May's insurance business, that was not the case.
I just want to show you that how hard it is.
May says he could typically get at least 14 quotes for a client. And now...
And watch all the rates that come up. Not one.
And after clients sign up, chances are it will take up to 20 days to take effect.
Did you drive?
Yes, I did, because I know everybody works. Just try to make sure that I was driving carefully.
Understandable.
Even grace periods are gone.
I had this woman call me yesterday.
Lainey Caspi is an insurance agent in L.A.
Who had just gotten out of surgery, forgot her payment. She was 1 day late on her payment for her auto policy, and there's literally no way to insure her.
Caspi says drivers who miss a payment are now being labeled uninsurable. And another tactic making people go bare, demanding the entire payment up front, making it more difficult for people in vulnerable situations and marginalized communities to have insurance. I can't think of the word right now. I think
it should be illegal is what it should be called, but it's unethical for sure. There's some, redlining going on.
Never in my career have I received so many phone calls.
Frustrated agents are turning to Michael Dorelli, the executive director of the American Agents Alliance. He says the calls go something like this.
I'm so angry because I have consumers in my office literally in tears.
Dorelli puts the blame on California Insurance Commissioner Ricardo Lara.
Step one, admit that there's a crisis. We have a problem. But he's whistling past the graveyard.
He says companies leaving in droves was a red flag and should have been a wake-up call.
Complete tone-deaf denial.
Lara isn't the only one getting the blame. There's also Proposition 103, passed by voters in the 80s when insurance rates were out of control. Under the law, the commissioner has to approve rate increases, but that didn't happen during the COVID pandemic.
For 31 months, he has clogged all of the gears at the department. So all of these rate filings have been stacked up, and his 200 plus rate analysts are working through these one at a time with no sense of urgency. Nothing to see here. The department needs to fast track rate approval.
The agents are only repeating the misinformation that they're given by the insurance companies.
That's
right?
Harvey Rosenfield, the guy who wrote Prop 103. He says he's been inundated with calls from agents too. He says it's not really about California.
Florida and Texas, all over the country, the insurance companies are raising rates and pulling out of neighborhoods. The difference is in California, they have to go through a process that protects the public, and the insurance companies can't stand that.
Rosenfield and Dorelli do agree on one thing. The commissioner must act or they will.
Looking at very carefully now is suing the commissioner.
People are asking these questions now. How do you impeach the insurance commissioner? Can they be recalled? I've never heard this sort of thing.
Californians are covered. Those companies are not leaving. They're continuing to serve their existing customers.
That's Deputy Insurance Commissioner Michael Soller.
I want to push back on the claims that we're hearing from many, about auto insurance in particular. But also,
I do want to push back as well, because I sat in an insurance agency yesterday.
We're aware our consumer service branch is looking into these. We're going to take these all very seriously. We urge people to contact the Department of Insurance.
But he says the insurance commissioner can't force insurance companies to reverse their actions.
There's a reason why what they are saying has never been done by any insurance commissioner, and it's because it's not supported by law.
And mass approving rate increases.
We're not going to cut corners on consumer protection.
But those looking to strike gold in California have always known there's risk. That's why some feel the solutions needed may not exist, or will come too late to change their fortunes.
I'm worried for my business. I'm worried for my clients. I'm worried for me.
It can't stay where it is right now. It can't. It will destroy this entire state.
For now, they say don't make any changes to your coverage or try to change companies. And don't miss a payment, or you may find yourself among California's uninsured. Kitty Alvarado, KPBS News.